flags in relationships. And we're not just talking about it today. I'm actually going to have questions that will help you guys determine if it's a red flag, a yellow flag, or a green flag. Because I've been talking to different people, and I've come to this conclusion. A lot of people don't understand what flags to look for in the relationships. See, sometimes there are red flags, and that means no way are we accepting that, okay? We see it, we pay attention to it, and we take action. And then there's that middle thing, that yellow flag, that flag where, hello, Glenn, how are you? Thanks for joining. And so it's that yellow flag that gets you thinking, am I right to react to this? Should I be reacting to this in a more positive manner versus assuming something? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things aren't as though or aren't as what they seem to be. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to look at those yellow flags. And then there's those green flags, meaning everything is okay. This is nothing to be worried about. We don't have to address anything. This is just life being life, life and being normal. So we're going to do that. So yes, I'm going to ask you all some questions tonight. You're going to be able to look at those, listen to those questions, and you're going to be able to decide if they're red flag, yellow flag, or green flag, because it is important to know that if you don't already know so. And if you're in a relationship, maybe you weren't aware of some of these red flags. So tonight we're going to strengthen the relationship that we're currently in, or prepare for the next one that we get into. And I want to say hello to Glenn again. How are you, Glenn? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I knew you said you may not be able to make it tonight, so it's so good to see you here tonight. I don't know. Are you married, Glenn? Are you in a relationship? Are you having any relationship questions tonight? Even if you're in a relationship, this is for you, by the way. So are you in a relationship, Glenn? I don't even know that. I know that you are an amazing cook. I do know that. I've seen some of your food. I've watched you make different dishes. So anyway, I'll be looking for that answer in a minute. I want to know a little bit more about you as you guys get to know about me. You're married. Okay, good. So you can stay even if you're not having issues. You may learn something here tonight for your kids, your daughters, your grandkids. You never know. You might even learn something for yourself. So let's check into these red flags, because a lot of times we stay in these relationships and we see these red flags. We have intuition and we ignore things. But we aren't going to keep doing that, guys. We're not. So we're just going to sit back, relax, and learn something today. And I have a couple of people in here with me today, and I want to thank you all for dropping by. And if you're watching this after the live, I want to thank you as well. Now, a lot of people, they stay in relationships that they shouldn't be in because of hope. We hope things change. We wish they change. We pray on it. But the thing is that people aren't going to change unless they're ready to change. That's the key. You're ready for them to change, but are they ready to change? And just because they've done things to make you sad, to make you cry, to make you sick and tired of being sick and tired, doesn't mean that they're sick and tired of making you feel that way. And that's the sad part about these relationships that we get into. And we stay for so many reasons, okay? Now, I remember I had a couple of relationships, okay? I'm seasoned when it comes to relationships, by the way, and I did learn something from each and every relationship that I was in, okay? So I'm not going to call out any names, although I feel like I want to. I'm not going to do that, okay? So one of the reasons I stayed, out of many reasons, was because this person was familiar to me. You ever had that person in your life that you all share secrets, intimate secrets, deep secrets, emotional secrets? You just share secrets, and you also share beautiful moments together. That person has been by your side. I had a bug on my table. That They stay by your side when you're going through the thick and the thin, even though they're not the right person. They just happen to be in your life during those times. Now, when I was with my now ex, I won't tell this person's name, what happened is they were there for me when my brother was sick. My brother had sickle cell. He was sick. And they were there for me sometimes, but they also knew my brother. So we shared a memory of my brother. They were also there with me when my mother was alive. And, you know, I miss my mom, guys. But that person knew my mom. They laughed with my mom. They went places with me and my mom. They shared a lot of memories. They were also there with me and my mother when she was going through her struggle of ovarian cancer. So that person wasn't good to me or for me. And I saw all the red flags. Oh, did I see the red flags? But again, the reason I held strong and held on was because who was I going to talk to about the good old days with mama? Those days when mama would barbecue on the patio, pour a glass of Crown Royal and Coca-Cola, cooking ribs, chicken. You know, she even had fish frying in the house, spaghetti, mashed potatoes, potato salad, cake. You know, she would lay it out. And we would play cards and we would have fun. And it was just amazing. And she did a lot of little funny things. And she cheated in cards. She always cheated. And she would do sometimes this really embarrassing things, but I'm not going to tell y'all what she did, but, well, I will tell you. She used to say when you play cards that you should pee on your hand for good luck. My mama had all kind of little things she would say. And that's something she said. So, yes, I want to share that with you guys. And she would always say that. She would say it would make you win when you play cards. And, boy, did my mama rack up everybody's money. She used to rack it up. But it was just such a good time. And he was always there for those strange, yet funny, yet shocking moments with my mom. And I feared that the next person that would come along couldn't share those memories with me and my mama. They didn't know the funny things my mama did, but he did. And I held on to him because of that. That was one of the reasons why he stayed in my life. He knew my mom. He knew my brother. He was a comfortable conversation. He was someone who was there for me during the thick and the thin. He knew my deepest and darkest secrets. And he loved me. Or should I say he accepted me? Because I don't think love should be connected to the way he behaved in that relationship, okay? So we're going to get to our first red flag question, okay? The first question is, and I want you to think about this question, okay? And then I want you to actually type in the comments if it's red, if it's green, or if it's yellow. And then we're going to discuss that question. Because we're going to get to the bottom of this relationship stuff. We're going to be able to see those flags when they happen, react to them, have a conversation with the people we're currently with in hopes of repairing or in hopes of us moving on to bigger and better, okay? So I'm not here to tear down anybody's relationship. I'm here to either help you repair or help you move on. Bottom line, do what's best for you, okay? So the first question is, and I have these questions and I printed them all out for you guys. And after I read the question out, I want you to think about it. And then I'm going to hold up the correct answer if it's red, green, or yellow, okay? So go ahead and get ready to put in the remarks what you think it is. And right now, Glenn, and I see Starboy just joined us. Hello, Starboy. Thanks for joining us. So the first question is, they text every day for 2 weeks. They text you consistently for 2 weeks. You with me? Okay. And then suddenly they disappear for 4 days. And when they return, they act like everything is normal. Is that a red flag? Is that a green flag? Or is that a yellow flag? Again, they've ignored you they've ignored you for 2 weeks, okay? And now they suddenly come back. They've disappeared. They come back and they act like nothing's happened. Is that a red flag, yellow flag, or a green flag? Okay, I see we got Glenn with a red flag. Okay, so guys, hello, Starboy. Okay, so here's the answer. Are you ready? You ready? Ready? Drum roll. This is, hey, Emma, sweetheart. Glad to see you, sweetheart. Okay, so the answer is, you ready? Yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. Now, the reason that's a yellow flag is because we have to look at that situation. And we have to decide, did that person have a reason for disappearing for 2 weeks? Because life really happens, okay? So that's when you have communication with that person. You ask them, hey, you disappeared for 2 weeks. What was going on in your life? Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Let me know what was going on. If that person can tell you a good reason as to why they were missing for 2 weeks, something drastic or devastating could have happened. And if it does, then that deserves some understanding. So that's the first thing. That requires communication. And then if the communication is not there, it would be a red flag, Glenn. You would be right. You would be correct. But again, that requires a conversation and some digging into. Now let's try another one. So they say, I'm just not good at communicating. This is a person. Now, I've heard that before. I've been with people who say, I don't like texting. I just like talking on the phone, or I don't like talking on the phone. I'm just an in touch, a person to person. I like to talk in person. So let's see. So again, they say, I'm not good at communicating, but still expect your emotional availability. They still want you to be there for them, even though they're not communicating with you in the manner in which you want them to. Is that a red flag? Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. My son-in-law made this for me. He actually made it. He makes these and he sells them on Etsy. Yeah. So thank you so much. So is that a red flag, green flag, or yellow flag? I'm gonna give you guys time to answer. What would you say if you're in a relationship and someone said that they just don't like to communicate? They're not good at it. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the answer. That would be another yellow flag. And the reason I say that is because self-awareness is good, but lack of effort matters. So if that person tells you, hey, guess what? I'm not a good communicator. You can't make people be what you want them to be. And that's beautiful communication for them to even let you know, hey, this is not what I do. And when they tell you that, that's the opportunity for you to decide if that's the type of person that you want to be with. Because some people are big talkers. Some people are strong communicators. But there's always someone out there that can live with the way you communicate. So if you're a person that doesn't like to communicate a lot, like you don't like to text, in other words, or you don't like to use the phone a lot, that's fine. We're not here to change people. We're here to either allow them to be who they are. We're going to do that most definitely. Or we decide that that's not the person we want to be with. So always be mindful that you can't force people to have the same love language, to have the same communication styles. That's not what you want to do, because relationships are always about unconditional love. Accepting people for who they are. And if what you are forcing yourself to accept is not what you want, that's not their problem. Okay? So let's do one more. You ready? They remember small details about your life and ask about things that are important to you. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? They really want to know who you are. Is that a red flag or a green flag or a yellow flag? Okay, Emma, you said yellow on the last one. Good job. I got to keep up with you guys' answers. So let's make sure we answer this one again. They remember small details about life and ask about things that are important to you. What would you say that would be? A red, yellow, or green? Thanks, Emma. So that one is going to be a green flag. And the reason why that one is a green flag is because attention and consistency often reflects care. That shows that they care about you, okay? They want to make sure that they do things to make you happy. They want to make sure that they take care of things if needed. And there is nothing wrong with that. That is definitely a green flag. Now, sometimes when people are in these relationships and they stay, we're talking about why they stay, okay? We're playing the red flag game, but again, it's a game, but it's real, okay? This is serious what I'm talking about. Although we're playing a game, this is really serious when it comes to relationships, because we want to understand why we're staying in these situations that we know we shouldn't be in, okay? So another reason people stay in relationships that they ignore red flags is because they grew up around toxic situations in their homes. That's a reason. You know, maybe there was conflict, such as arguments, abuse that might have been physically, emotionally, all of that kind of stuff. And let me tell you what happens when you grow up in those situations where you watch your parents or your relatives do things that are considered toxic. That becomes second nature to you. It becomes second nature to you. So when you're in a relationship and these things are happening, that's your comfort zone. Even though your brain knows that that's not something you should stay in, something you should be involved in. But your belief system, your habits, and all of that subconscious mind, it's holding on to those things, okay? And it sees it to be normal or comfortable. So you'll sit in that. And not only will you sit in it, sometimes you'll think, maybe when I grew up, those things were bad. But this person is not doing things that I consider that are bad. They're doing other things. And I can live with that, but I can't live with what I went through. So we decide to compromise, if that makes sense to you. We compromise because we've been in situations that were worse. So you got to be careful about that too, honey. You don't compare toxicity. You don't compare abuse. You don't compare neglect to other forms of negative behaviors. You deserve so much more. You just do, okay? So if you find yourself going, oh, well, they don't hit me, they just complain a lot. Or maybe they don't complain a lot, but they ignore me. That's not where you should be when it comes to the person that's going to be in your life, the relationship that you're going to be involved in. So that's something else we tend to do. Like I say, if you grew up with a lot of chaos, that's not something that you want to stay in. Instinctively, you know that. You know that. You've got to pay attention to your instincts. Now we're going to go ahead and ask a couple of more questions because I want you to definitely understand some of these red flags that we're ignoring, okay? So I'm getting ready to read another one. So be prepared to put it in the comments. Red flag, green flag, or yellow flag. You ready? Okay, let's go. They apologize beautifully, but repeat the same wound 3 times. So let me repeat that. They are apologizing to you for what they've done to you. But even after the apologies, they go and do the same dang thing. What do you think that is? Red flag, green flag, or yellow flag? Okay, guys. Emma said a green flag. Emma, this is what that's going to be. You ready? Red flag. And the reason it's a red flag is because repeated behavior outweighs polished apologies. A person will apologize easy when they do something wrong, okay? They will apologize over and over and over again. And that's when you have to look for patterns, okay? You look for patterns. If a person apologizes, but they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, apologies denied. Those are apologies that we no longer want to hear or accept. Hello, Robert. How are you? Thank you for coming in. And guys, I need you guys to hit them hearts for me. Give me some hearts so that YouTube can notify other people to come into this live so that they can understand what red flags are, green flags, and yellow flags so they can strengthen their relationships. Hello, Gwendolyn. How are you, sweetheart? And thank you for joining. I am so happy to see you. Thank you so much, guys. Go ahead and tap. Tap those hearts for me. Come on, Emma. Come on, you guys. Let me see you guys tap them hearts. Come on, Robert, tap those hearts. Come on, Glenn. Y'all tap those hearts for me. All right, now, so we did discover that apologies with no actions are thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. That those apologies are ones that we don't want to keep accepting. You know, sometimes we're guilty of staying in these relationships for years. And we hear the same apologies. I'm sorry that I cheated on you. I'm not going to do it again. And boom, they're doing it again. I'm sorry for not calling you. I know I haven't called you in days. Boom, they do it again. Oh, I'm so sorry for not paying that particular bill this month. I know that the lights got cut off or the water got cut off, and I'm sorry. Boom, they do it again. They consistently apologize while doing the same behavior to you over and over and over again. And I have to ask you, how many times are you going to keep accepting the same apology for the same situation and circumstances? I mean, I'm just wondering. And I know, don't get me wrong. I know it's hard to let go when someone is doing you wrong. I know that. And that's why I'm here today talking to you, showing you the red flags. Because you know what? I've always been told this from my mother. And I've heard it from other people. Once you know better, you do better. And today is about knowing better. And if there's things that you need to communicate and talk to the person you're with, and that you all need to sit down and get counseling or, whatever it takes to fix it. I'm not here to break up anybody's relationship, but I am here to help you become happy. To help you either get out of a situation that's just a dead end situation, because those situations that are dead end, you don't deserve. But the ones you can fix, by golly, I want you to fix them. And so, yeah, we're talking about red flags. We're talking about green flags. We're talking about yellow flags when it comes to the relationship, because this is serious. Too many of us are sitting in relationships where we can't even get out the bed sometimes because we're so sad, we're so depressed. We're missing out on things like becoming an entrepreneur. We're missing out on things like going on vacations. We're missing out on happiness because we're so sad and depressed because we're accepting situations and people that no longer serve us when it comes to a relationship. So yeah, when you know better, you do better. And today is all about knowing better. So we're getting ready to do some more questions. Okay, we're going to answer more questions. Thank you guys for the happy faces. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you guys for joining me. I am Coach Gwendolyn, by the way. I am a transformational coach. I am the author of the best self-help book you'll ever need, and it's called Get Beat to Get Better. You can get that on Amazon. Okay, just type in my name, Gwendolyn Shores, Get Beat to Get Better, and boom, you got the best self-help book you will ever need in your entire life. Okay, because in that book I talk about belief, expectations, affirmations, and tenacity, which is an acronym, a very powerful acronym called BEAT. Again, that's BEAT, belief, expectations, affirmations, and tenacity. Check out that book. So again, I am the host of the podcast Win with Gwen, which drops a new episode every single Friday here on YouTube. You can find me on other podcast stations as well. If you have your favorite, podcast, I'm there. Put it that way. You'll find me, okay? Whatever station you listen to. And also, I'm an award-winning inspirational speaker. A lot of you don't know that, but yes, I am an award-winning inspirational speaker. So I'm here today to help you guys with your relationship, free of charge, by the way. So pay close attention to what I'm talking about today, because some of us don't even understand what red flags are. Some of us don't see them. And I'm helping you see those red flags today, and also not only see the red flags, but understand what they are, because sometimes they're not red flags. Sometimes they're yellow and they're green, and we overreact and we accuse people of doing things and hurting us when they're not. Have you ever been in a situation where you really didn't call someone because something happened in your life that prevented you? Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't show up one day for a date and you really had a good excuse, but now someone's hating you, someone's mad at you, someone's blocking your calls, all because you had a real life emergency, honey? You're not the only one to have real life emergencies. Other people do too. And so that's what I want you to be able to see today, okay? When you're overreacting, or when you are not reacting, you have to have an understanding of how to behave within these relationships when it comes to treating the other person with love, respect, understanding, and unconditional love, as well as understanding when they're not giving that back to you and they're no longer serving you and you deserve something better. Time to leave that zero and find your hero. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get to some more of these questions. You ready? Okay. Ready? Got your ears open? Let's do it, guys. Oh my God, I'm so happy you guys are here today. I am so happy. Let's see who's joined the room that I haven't said hello to. Okay, let's see here. We got Tiandre Wells. We got Julia Murkison in the house. Hello, Tiandre. Hello, Julia. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys. It's so good to see you guys. So we're getting ready to ask some more questions, give some more answers, and a little explanations behind those answers. And okay, so here we go. So they become irritated when you ask simple questions. So you just ask a question like, why didn't you call me today? Or maybe you ask a question like, why are you late coming home? Or any other question. Think back. There may be sometimes you've asked somebody a question and they were irritated by that. Is that a red flag, a yellow flag, or a green flag? What would you say? I'm gonna give you guys some time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, guys. The answer to that one, I didn't see anybody put anything in there. A red flag, red flag, red flag. Because healthy people, they don't punish clarity, honey. There should be clarity in your relationship, and it shouldn't be a problem. Yes, let's see what you say. I have to ask. It's a rig. I feel like Gwen, you are right. If you have to ask, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. I was just about to agree with you. If you have to ask, it's a red question. A red flag. You're supposed to ask a person. You're not supposed to assume. Because let's say, for instance, wait a minute. Hold on, because I think I'm a little confused by your answer. Let's see here. Okay, so let me make sure I understand here. I said they become irritated when you ask a simple question. And you said if you have to ask, that's a problem. I think that's what you said. It's a red flag. You should ask, but you shouldn't accuse, okay? But at the same time, they should not become irritated. You should have the right to ask a question. And that's how I want to put that. I was slightly thrown off by your answer. But yeah, you should ask. They shouldn't be irritated because they are supposed to provide you with clarity in the relationship, okay? So yeah, that's the answer for that one. Let's go to another one here. Let's say they need space. And they clearly explain to you why they need space. Is that a red flag? Is that a yellow flag? Or is that a green flag? Again, I need space. And I'm telling you why. Yeah, we're on the same page. I think I might have gotten that wrong or misunderstood your answer. But if you're saying that if I have to question you and you are irritated, it's a red flag, then you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, so Theodore Wells, you are asking, you're saying green flag, and I'm thinking you're saying green flag to the one that says they say they need space and clearly explain why. And let's see if you are right. Let's see if you know what you're talking about, dude. Let's see. And the answer is green flag. Great job, Julia. Great job, Theodore. Tiandre, I'm messing your name up. I'm just going to call you Tiandre, okay? I'm going to get it right. And good job, Julia. Good job. And, healthy boundaries explain respectfully. Explain respectfully. That's positive. That's positive behavior. Thanks, you guys. Give me some of those hearts. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah. So if that person tells you, hey, look, I need a little space right now. I just lost my job. I'm struggling to pay my bills. I'm going through somewhat of a little depression. I'm putting a lot of my time into filling out applications. This is not about me being with another man. This is not about me being with another woman. This is about me needing to be with me at the moment. I need to find me. I need to find my way. There's nothing wrong with that. And in a healthy relationship, you should feel so secure that you have the ability to give that person that space without feeling as though you're going to lose them. Because in life, we need space sometimes. Life can be heavy. Can you imagine being in a relationship with somebody who won't let you breathe? Every time you need a space to yourself, they're in your face. You can't meditate, you can't pray, you can't think, you can't find solutions because everything is about them. Why you ignoring me? Why you not listening to me? When you clearly said, I need space. I need space. I feel like I'm about to break, or I feel like I need time to regroup or to find answers to situations in my life that need resolved. So if you're that person that's unwilling to give someone the space they need, you need to check in on yourself. You need to find out why you are that way. Yes, today we're not just pointing fingers at the other person, okay? We're taking a look at ourselves today as well. We love to talk about what the other person did. But in a relationship, there's two sides to every story. Make sure you're looking at your side of the story from different angles. Make sure you're not suffocating someone that literally deserves and needs space in order for them to be a better person, not just for themselves, but for you. Be mindful of that. Thanks so much for those hearts, guys. Keep hitting those hearts, guys. I appreciate you guys. So let's go to another question. You ready? You ready? They compliment you privately. Ooh, baby, here we go with this private complimenter, but rarely publicly acknowledge you. Ooh, y'all better all get this one right. I better see an answer from everybody, okay? Again, they compliment you in private. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so sexy. You're so smart. But when they get around everybody else, they got compliments for everybody in the room but you. And you feel that. You acknowledge that. You hurt because of that. Red flag, green flag, yellow flag. Okay, Gwendolyn Settles got me with a red flag. Julia Murkison got me with a red flag. Anybody else want to put the color up there? Let me see you guys. What color do you guys say? Now, come on, y'all. What y'all think about that? Or is it okay, really, to compliment your spouse at home? Okay, Tiandre. At home. And then go out and compliment other people because you don't see those people every day. But you just don't give your spouse no compliments in public, but you give them to the other people and you have reason. And you always do this. Red flag, green flag. We got 1 red flag, 2 red flag, 3 red flag. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Emma, what do you think, young lady? What do you think? Red flag, red flag, red flag. Your secrecy may need attention. Honey, if you can't tell the person you're with in public how handsome they are, how good they smell, how beautiful they are. People love attention outside of the 4 walls of their home. And if you have the energy and the insight and the words to tell everybody else, and it's on a borderline of flirting, it's a borderline of flirting there. Do y'all agree with that? It's borderline flirting. Now, I'm not saying you can't tell somebody honestly that they look good or if they smell good, but please make sure that you let the person you're with know that you recognize them in public and inside the 4 walls of your home. It's important that you make them feel like they're number one, no matter where they are, because they are. And if you're making everyone else around you feel like they're number one and not the person you're with, you might want to look at that. You might want to say, hey, wait a minute, let me change a little bit of that, because that could be an issue. And as we've just discovered, it's a red flag, because everyone agreed. Red flag, red flag, red flag. What if you never get compliments at all? Then guess what? You need to sit down and talk to the person you're with. And you need to tell them, I see you giving all these compliments out. And compliments is part of my love language. It's something that makes me feel good. It's not something that I need, but it makes me feel good. And it makes me happy. And your happiness matters, Tiandre. So I want you to reach out to the person that you're involved with, and I want you to look them in the eyes. And I want you to be sincere, and I want you to tell them, this is something that I need. This is something that I desire. So I'm not going to say need, but let's say desire, okay? Because you should never need someone to compliment you. But there's nothing wrong with that being a desire. And who knows, from that desire, them telling you how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how you smell nice, or any of that, a lot of good could come from that. It could really benefit the relationship. Sit down and talk with that person, okay? Let's see here. You are a very wonderful person. Aw, how sweet, guys. That is so sweet. Okay, let's go to the next question. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? If you're ready, tap those hearts. Come on, guys. Okay, I don't see no hearts. I guess you guys aren't ready. I better see this goddamn thing light up with hearts. That's what I'm talking about. Tap, 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 tap. Tap that sucker out. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anything for you, Tiandre. Anything for you. Okay, so let's go to the next one. You guys are doing those hearts. I'm going to give you guys some more questions. Okay, here we go. Red, yellow, or green? Let's see who gets this right. I want to see who's the first one to answer, okay? Let's see who's the first one to answer. Okay, here you are. They are kind when things go their way, but distant when stressed. Red flag, yellow flag, or green flag? Oh, when it's going their way, everything is hunky-dory. Everything is cool. Okay, let's see here. Gwen said red flag. So they are kind when things go their way, but distant when stressed. And I'm going to tell you what that one's going to be. So we got red flag, green. Okay, guys. Oh. That's what my grandson does when he said. He goes, and why am I doing that? Because I'm sad. Because every single one of you guys got it wrong. You guys got it wrong. It's yellow. And the reason why is because stress reveals emotional maturity. And guess what? If things weren't going your way, wouldn't you kind of be a little not so happy? Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. Because, honey, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to keep it real. Let me put you in a situation. Let's say you just went to the casino. Thanks for those hearts, guys. Keep hitting those hearts. So you just went to the casino. I'm reminding you guys to hit those hearts, hit those hearts. So you're at the casino and you won, honey. You just won $1 million. I'm gonna exaggerate here. You won $1 million at the casino. At the casino. Okay, so you won. Aren't you happy? Aren't you spreading the news? I'm spreading the news. Yeah, you're telling everybody you're happy. But let's switch that around. You're at the casino and you just lost $1,000. And I say, sweetheart, let's go home. We're in the car. Are you really happy? Or are you really showing your emotions and you're sad? And that's what I want you to understand. It's okay for someone to be happy when things are going right. So it's it's in the middle. It could be yellow. It could be yellow. It could be yellow because having an emotion after losing that money, you may not be all smiles and full of conversation on the way home. And that's just a scenario I wanted to use. Excuse me. So, do you understand? Okay. Yeah, yellow flag, Julia. Yellow flag. I bet you're at home going, how's that a yellow flag? That ain't no yellow flag. How's that a yellow flag? But it's a yellow flag. I'm sorry. It's yellow flag, okay? Okay. So if you want to type a little something in there and tell me why you think it was something else, let me know. And guys, please hit those hearts for me. And for y'all that have just joined, I'm transformational coach Gwendolyn Shores, award-winning inspirational speaker, author of the book Get Beat to Get Better. I am a transformational coach and the host of the podcast Win with Gwen, that you can check out on all podcast platforms, including this one here on YouTube. If you want to continue to heal, if you want to continue to grow, if you want to continue to thrive and win in this thing called life, honey, head over to Win with Gwen, because guess what? It's always a win with Gwen. Guys, let me tell y'all something before I get started again with the next couple of questions. I want you to know that I see you. I love each and every one of you, and I believe in you guys 101%. And it is my goal to guide you into your greatness and allow you to believe in yourself just as much as I believe in you. Because, honey, we came to win in this thing called life. I love you guys. Let's get to the next question. You guys ready? We're going to be answering red, yellow, or green. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I'm enjoying this so much with you guys. Are you guys having fun? If you're having fun, type fun in the comments. Let me see who's having fun tonight. Come on, let's see. Along with tapping them hearts. I got y'all doing so much tonight. You're tapping, you're commenting fun. Okay, Gwendolyn says fun. All right, Julia dancing, honey. I like that. And let's see. Okay, Tiandre says, yes, this is wonderful. Oh, I like that, Tiandre. Okay, let's go into this next one, okay? Y'all ready? All right, let's see here. All right, here we go on this one here. Okay, you ready? Woo! They only become affectionate. Y'all better get this right. After chaos. Oh, now you want to kiss me. Now you want to hug all over me once you done something wrong. Once you busted. Y'all got people like that. Y'all ever seen somebody like that? They don't have no love for you until they do something wrong. Now, is that a problem? Is that okay? Is that when they're supposed to be nice to you? Are they supposed to be nice to you when they do something wrong only? Is that what's supposed to be happening? Let's see here. Julia say red flag. DeAndre said yellow flag. Gwen said red flag. Ooh, preacher sister. Okay, I got you. DeAndre with yellow flag. Okay, all right. DeAndre, you could be right. But not tonight. Not tonight, baby. It's red. Julia said game over for you, Tiandre. Game over. Let me tell you something. Don't nobody want you kissing on them only when you do something wrong. And let me tell you, people think you can't see through that. Oh, we can see through that. That red flag is one that people see through. Makes you just want to go, Go on now, don't touch me. You know what you did. You knew it was my birthday. You knew we had birthday plans and you didn't call me. You didn't show up. You could have called me and told me why you were not going to show up. I was sitting at home. I was dressed. I was happy. I was waiting on you. I could have went and did something else for my birthday, but I chose to be with you. And now you want to kiss me? Now you want to touch me? Now you want to make love? Get away from me. Honey, that's a red flag all day long. Can you imagine being in that situation I just described? No. Learn something from that one, okay? Anybody that's looking and watching, learn something from that. Okay? So let's see. Y'all ready? We're going to go to the next the next question. They admit a mistake before being confronted. Is that a red flag or a green flag? They've admitted to doing something wrong before you even asked them. Let's see what we got here. Red flag or green flag or yellow flag. This is a person who did something wrong. We got a yellow flag from Gwen. Okay. Anybody else want to try for that one? This is the confession king, the confession queen. Yeah, I did it. This is what I did, even though you're not aware of it. I did it. We got a green flag from Julia, a red flag from T. Andre. Let's see what we got here. Accountability matters. When someone can be accountable for what they did, when someone can come and tell you regardless of how hard it is to tell them. I mean, think about this. You wrecked the car. You wrecked the car. You can hide it in the garage. You can go and get it repaired before they know. Or you can pretend that you don't know how the dent got in the car. But you go in that house and you look that person in the eyes and you go, I put a dent in the car. No matter how that person feels or reacts, you face what you've done. And that's about that unconditional love I always talk about, honey. That's unconditional. You should have the right to walk in and tell people exactly what happened. And they should behave in a manner which is acceptable of who you are and what you've done. Especially when you are the type of person to show up and face what you've done. I wish more people would do that. And let me tell you something. When people do that, the odds are they're not going to get the negative response that they think they're going to get. You'll find that when you face your partner with the realities of what you've done, and they love you and they respect you and they care about your safety and all of that, they're going to say, it's okay, sweetheart. It's just a car. It's okay, sweetheart. We can get another one. It's okay, sweetheart. Are you okay? That's love. That's love. And everybody deserves that. You don't deserve a person that you can't talk to. You don't deserve to be with a person that every time you face real life situations that you've been involved with and you share with them, that they want to argue, fuss, and fight and not talk to you. And who wants to be in that? You've been mentally manipulated like that before. I'm not laughing at you, DeAndre. Or maybe let me apologize. Right off the bat, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at something else. I'm laughing at the fact that I've been done the same way. I can relate. And sometimes when we hurt, we laugh. So yeah, I can relate to that. I'm thinking back and yeah, no one needs to be that way, deserves that. Let's see, Gwendolyn says she agrees, and Julia, yeah, DeAndre, yeah. I can't stop laughing because I really can relate. And the person that made me relate to this, if they're watching, they were a piece of work. They were a real piece of work. Guys, hit those hearts. Hit those hearts to help me get my mind off of this. Hit those hearts, please. Hit those hearts. Let's move on. I'm glad you're having fun, Julia. You guys got me with tears in my eyes. Okay. Let me put myself together. Matter of fact, let's roll, baby. Let's roll to the next question. Okay. So they tell you their past hurt them, but use that to excuse hurting you. Is that a red flag, a green flag, or a yellow flag? So this person's been hurt in the past. And you heard the old saying, hurt people what? Somebody tell me. Somebody type the answer in the comments real fast. Hurt people what? Hurt people blank people. Hurt people hurt people. But just because hurt people, and that's common, what do you think? Good job, Julia. Good job, Gwen. Is that a red flag or a yellow flag or a green flag? Is it okay for that person to behave in that manner because they've been hurt? Is that okay? That's their norm. Is that okay? That's what they've been through. They don't know any better. And even if they do know better, it's their comfort zone. It's their behavior patterns. It's what they're used to. We got a red flag. We got a yellow flag. Let's pause for a minute. See if we get any other flags on this board. All right, let's see who got that right, guys. Y'all ready? That's a red flag. Pain explains behavior, but it does not excuse harm. You do not have the right to harm someone because of what you've been through. I get it. That just means you need to work on yourself. If someone is in a relationship and you're staying in that relationship because they told you they hurt you because they've been hurt, that's not fair to you. You don't deserve that. You should not be involved with someone who's consistently hurting you because they've been hurt. You get out that situation if they don't resolve that situation. You don't deserve that. That's no reason to stay in a relationship. I'm not to be blamed for past trauma. Beautiful answer. Someone has schooled us all. Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. Thank you so much for that answer. So we got a couple of more, guys, and I'm going to be ending this soon. So let's throw a couple of more out there, okay? So, and I have enjoyed you guys so much, and I hope you're learning something. I hope that you're saying, wow, that's a red flag, or wow, that's a green flag, or that's a yellow flag. Oh, that's something I need to address. That's something I need to talk to my partner about. That's what this is all about. This is all about helping you see into the muddy waters of your relationship so that you can, one, fix what's going on in there, leave the relationship if it's just not what you need to be involved in, or prepare you for when you do get in a relationship if you're not currently in one. Okay, it's so good to let go of the past. Am I correct? You are. It's good to let go, but I do want you to understand this is not easy. We as people, we go through so much, and a lot of it starts when we're children. A lot of what we've been through comes from childhood, what we call childhood trauma, you know. Some of us call it baggage. No matter what name you call it, we do need to let go, but sometimes that takes help. For instance, I am a transformational coach. I help individuals overcome obstacles. And I mentioned my book earlier, which is Get Beat to Get Better, which you can purchase on Amazon. That book right there is a guide to help you overcome past traumas. I talk about a lot of things that I went through in that book. And when I tell you it is a teardropper book, it is a book filled with such inspiration that if you were a person that found yourself hard to propel to your greatest adventures, successes, whatever it is that you are dreaming about in life that you want, this book will help push you to that. It'll help guide you there. It talks about building your belief, your expectations, building strong affirmations, being able to talk positive to yourself and about yourself, and allowing you to understand how to have tenacity, the tenacity to know your why and to hang in there even when time gets hard. This book will help you heal. So yes, it's important that we let go of the past. Thank you for mentioning that, DeAndre. You're such a wise person. You are so amazing. Okay. So here's the next one. They cancel plans. Hey, what's up? I can't make it today. But then they immediately give you another option to make it up. Is that a red flag, green flag, or yellow flag? And each one of y'all better get this one right. I know y'all should get this one right. What is it, guys? Let's see what we got. So yeah, they can't make it, but they call you to say, hey, it can't make it. What do you guys think? All right, guys. Good job, DeAndre. Green flag. That's right. Because respect remains present. You should always be present with your respect, your consideration, your communication when you have plans for someone and you can't make it. There is no excuse to ever leave anybody waiting. You address that issue and you give them another opportunity to make it up to them. That is so great. Everybody got that right. Good job. Hello, Energy Divine. Thank you for coming in. And if you don't mind hitting those hearts for me, hit those hearts for me, guys. So we're going to get one more. And that is, they are kind. No, we did that one already. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry. They say, I understand why that hurt you. And behavior changes after that. So someone does something to make you upset, and they say they understand, and then they change their behavior. Green flag, red flag, or yellow flag? What do you guys think? Give y'all time to answer. Okay, guys. What we have there. We got green from DeAndre. We got green from Energy Divine. We got green from Gwendolyn. Let's see who's right, guys. Before I give you the answer, I want you to hit that hearts for me one more good time. Come on, let's do that. And I want y'all to hit that thumbs up if y'all haven't already done so. Hit the thumbs up for me. Give me a like if you don't mind. And the answer to that is green. Guys, let me explain something to y'all before we leave. You guys did good. Love should not require you to lose yourself. Sometimes healing begins when you stop explaining away what keeps hurting you. No more excuses. Have open communication with the person you're with. Okay? Have open communication. Don't stay in situations that no longer serve you. If you all can't heal together, if you all can't grow together, if you all can't find happiness together, follow your instincts. Look at the red flags and act, okay? Life is too short to go through life being completely miserable because you said, I will be in this relationship with someone. Honey, you don't owe nobody nothing. You owe yourself everything. You shouldn't stay just because they feel like a comfort zone, because they knew the people you once knew, because you feel sorry for them because they were abused or misused, and now you're letting them do it to you because they have excuses. You shouldn't stay with a person because you don't want to be lonely, because you are afraid to be alone. Look deep into your relationship and see why you're staying if you're unhappy. And if it's too much to handle, try therapy. Even if that person won't go, you go. Don't make a snap decision all because you looked at this one live video. That is not what this is about. Honey, when it comes to your relationship, that's very serious, and that's a very serious decision. But it's a decision that you must make to either heal and correct or get to walking. Guys, it's been amazing talking to you all. I appreciate your love, your support. And I can't wait to come back again. You have made this live amazing. I told you earlier that I love you guys. And I'm going to end this live with the same words. I love you. And if you need help, remember, I am Transformational Coach Gwendolyn Shores. You just drop something in the DM, in the comments. You can email me at mindsabovematters@gmail.com. That's MindsAbovematters@gmail.com. I can't wait to guide you into your greatness. I love you guys. Y'all take care, and thanks for joining.